Chapter 6. You want to go inside? Cole asks. I'm shivering already and don't think even the bonfire would do much to warm the chill that settled against my skin. Yeah, if you don't mind. No, I can tell you're cold. He takes my hand and smiles at me. I'm kind of melting as he pulls me toward the house. Your nose is running like a leaky faucet. Great. He turns and heads for the house, my hand still clutched in his, pulling me after him. I stumble along the uneven ground past piles and piles of cast-off junk. As we climb the steps, I realize the house isn't a house at all, but a trailer with a shingle roof built over it. A wood deck stretches down the side and dead ends into an RV that's been welded to the end of the trailer, like an addition. The deck is cluttered with furniture that wasn't technically designed to be outside and one rusty appliance, I think it might be a stove, lying on its side. The music is so loud, Cole has to shout for me to hear him. Stick with me, okay? Sure. I don't bother pointing out the obvious that I don't know anybody else. The air is so smoky it seems nearly solid, and by the smell I can tell there's more than just tobacco here. There are about 20 people inside standing in groups of 3s and 4s, red cups and cigarettes in hand. What I wouldn't give for Iris's wit right now. She'd say something clever and everybody would laugh and love her right away. Me, I stand here, holding Cole's hand, looking around like I'm super interested in the decor. All right, y'all, Cole says, this is Liberty. She's going to Plurd now. He pulls me forward and tucks my hand under his arm. Y'all say hi. A couple people do. Most go back to their conversations where, judging by the glances direct at me, I seem to be the new topic. One of the girls, long blonde hair, dark eyes, gives me the once-over, complete with raised eyebrow and frown. I know the look. It says, you don't belong here. Or maybe it's, you don't belong with him. I dislike her immediately. I put my free hand on Cole's bicep and smile at her. It's catty, I know, but nobody tells me where I belong, or with whom. And if she thinks she can just, because I'm new, she can kiss my, well, hello, Lady Liberty, says an oily voice. The crowd in the living room parts as a man swaggers down the hallway from the back of the trailer. He's got a bottle of whiskey in one hand, and by the way he's hanging onto the walls, it looks like the empty half is in his bloodstream. Cole pushes me behind him, and I realize this is the infamous Dober's dad. The fact that I actually stay behind Cole is pretty good testament to the scary this guy gives off. His jeans are filthy, a couple sizes too big, and tied around his skinny waist with some kind of twine. Black hair hangs like yarn past his eyes. He's not wearing a shirt, unless you consider 4 tattoos and some half-healed sores clothing. Topping it all off, a square box is strapped to his ankle. House arrest monitor. Look-a here, he leans toward us, grinning through scabbed lips and pitted brown teeth. Shit, girl, you look just like your mama. Cole puts his hands up, but stops short of actually touching the guy. I feel the tension in his shoulders and realize he's afraid. Hang on now. Aren't you supposed to be in your shot? Mr. Dober's still staring at me. I took your mama to junior prom. His laugh sounds like a Doberman's bark. Bet you didn't know that. No way. This man's the same age as my mom? He looks ancient. But it figures MFM would have hooked up with this wacko. She's always got a crappy judge of character. A guy the size of a tree lumbers past me and, laughing, wraps an enormous arm around Mr. Dober's neck. Daddy, what are you doing out here? Don't make me hurt you. Cole points. That's Dober. I gathered that, I say. Mr. Dober pulls and pushes against his son, who's dragging him down the hall toward the RV addition. I just come out to get some water, jackass. Aye, you and me'll go back in your shop. Cole'll bring you some water, won't you, Coley? Sure thing. Cole and I head for the kitchen. House arrest, I whisper. Cole nods. What'd he do? Attacked a guy in town. Cole looks over my head to make sure Mr. Dober is out of earshot. Tried to strangle him. It took 4 men to pull him off. They didn't think he might be better off in jail? Guess not. He rinses out one of the red cups in the sink and fills it with water from the tap. It's bright orange here, too. Is he going to drink that, I ask? It's fine, Liv, just got a little iron in it. He pushes his way through the crowd toward the hallway. As I try to decide whether I'd rather stand alone in a room where everybody's staring at me or go with Cole and brave another encounter with Mr. Dober, somebody bumps into me. Hard. I step aside as the pretty blonde girl from before pushes past me to the sink. I bet where you're from, tap water's clear, ain't it? I can't tell if she's making conversation or lining up for the kill. Generally, yes. Well then, she turns, her arms crossed over her chest. Maybe you should go home. Maybe I am home. Yeah, she glances around, and just for a second, the tough mask slips and her eyes go desperate, like all the dreams she ever had winked out at once. Too bad for you. Given the choice between Cold and Mud or Dober's dad and the bitchy blonde, I decide the bonfire doesn't sound so bad after all. Cole gets the ick blanket from his car, and we slip slide our way across the mud field. My boots will never be the same, but Cole keeps his arm around me, which kind of makes up for the ruined suede. The crowd at the bonfire is more laid back. 3 girls sitting at a picnic table pass around a bottle of pink wine. Some guy with a banjo is picking it quietly while another guy follows along on a harmonica. I haven't heard banjo music since Granddaddy died. I remember him playing it after dinner while Granny danced in the kitchen. I tried to keep up with her, but her footwork was so fast, like hummingbird wings. Cole and I take an open bench close to the fire, and he pulls the blanket across our backs. We have to sit close for it to cover us both. That's when I decide bonfires don't suck. His face is really close, and I can smell the orange Tic Tacs we ate on the way from the car. The fire's turned his skin gold and thrown his dimples into sharp relief. He is so beautiful. I wonder if his lips are soft, if his skin smells like soap, if his mouth tastes like oranges. So I say, to cover the lust bunnies hopping around my head. So, his voice is different, deeper. What? It's a rhetorical question, since we're both already leaning toward each other. When our lips touch, warmth shoots through my body. I don't feel the wind, I don't feel the fire, just Cole's lips and his tongue teasing mine. His hand slides up, and I tense, think he's going to grab my boob, but he touches my face instead, the back of my neck, pulling me into him. I relax and melt against him, relieved he's not moving too fast. Just fast enough, as Iris would say. The warmth of his hand, the fire, his lips, I'm lost in this moment. This orange candy-flavored, soap-scented moment. Just as I'm sliding my arms around his neck, something heavy lands on my back. Coley, my brother. Dober's behind us with a hand on each of our shoulders. You gonna introduce me to your new friend? Cole looks like he'd rather punch him in the face. We untangle ourselves as Dober laughs and sits down next to me on the bench. Sorry about him, Cole says to me. Dober learned his manners from goats. Manners? Dober snorts. What manners? Ain't that the truth? Liberty, this is Dober, Dober, Liberty. Dober holds out an enormous hand and I shake it. Very pleased to make your acquaintance. He's so tall I have to lean back to look up at him. His dark hair is a little long but not stringy like his dad's. His eyes are light, maybe blue. He's nowhere close to cute, not like Cole. His teeth are crooked and his face is wide. But he's charming, way charming. Maybe that's why Cole told me to stay away from him. It's nice to meet you, I say. So where are you from? Dober asks. Far, far away, Cole says, where I wish you were. Did I ask you, butthead? Dober turns to me waiting. DC, I say, but Cat Briscoe is my granny. I'm not sure why I add that, maybe to prove I'm not an outsider. Is that right? He looks surprised, or impressed, or maybe he's just being nice. I can't read him at all. You just visiting, or you staying for a while? I'm staying. Funny how that gets easier every time I say it. Sweet, we could use another pretty girl around here. His smile has gravity, tugging on me like the moon on the tides. I suspect he has half the girls in town wrapped around his giant little finger. How you liking Ebbetsville so far? Cole groans. Come on, man. Can't you get the 411 some other time? We were kinda in the middle of something. Dober laughs loud, and everybody around the fire jumps. Aye, fine. Go back to your previous activities. He stands up, and the bench springs a little. Be safe, though. Winking at me, he adds. You know what I'm talking about, right? Ignore him. He's a dog, Cole says, as Dober walks off. He's smiling, though, and I can tell they're good friends. Dober walks over to the 3 girls near the picnic table. The wine bottle is empty now, sideways on the ground. The girls are huddled together, smoking. Now that they're standing, I can tell the girl in the end is pregnant. Really pregnant. She shouldn't be smoking, I say. Cole snorts. She shouldn't have done a lot of things. Well, yeah, I guess. Casey's like a public telephone. Half the county's dialed her up. Cole! Maybe it's true, but the way he just discounts her, it makes me not like him so much. I'm sorry, he says. That was mean. Yeah, it was, I say. She made a mistake. Maybe a lot of mistakes. Cole's leaning away from me, and I'm desperately wishing my mouth would stop moving, but for some reason, I'm driven to defend this girl I don't know. She's still a human being, you know. The minute MFM's words come out of my mouth, I stop cold. Cole's eyebrows are pulled together as he looks at me. I'm still reeling from my brief mind meld with MFM. At the same time, I'm expecting Cole to tell me off or say I should find someone else to take me home. Instead, he stares at me and says, You're different, Liberty. Different from people around here. Unexpected, that. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Different? How? But then his arms slide around me and his lips are on mine again, and I can't remember what the question was.